Hello. So Tim Farrelly here, student number 1933 5376. Today we'll demonstrate my GL-SL shader implementation of this glass-like object created using a signed SDF function. And I created this using ShaderToy, the ShaderToy extension for VS Code. I use the ShaderToy website and this, and yeah, I just prefer working with it. Just means I can work directly with GL-SL and shaders. Let's stick in. Our object, it's this kind of rotating glass donut, and I just have it in like this kind of sky sea background, and yeah, you can see just the transmittance and refraction effects. Let's start with refraction. So I've set the index of refraction here to 1.5, which is typical for glass. So you can see what happens if I change it down to 1. Yeah, or if I change it up to 2. So yeah, you'll notice when I set it to 1, the refraction disappears completely, and now you see when I've changed it to 2, the light bends more dramatically through the object. Like if I was to take this up to 10, yeah, so you can see lots and lots of bending. So I'll just bring that back down to 1, or back to 1.5, sorry. So now let's look at the Fresnel effect. So this controls the reflection versus refraction based on viewing angle. So watch the edges of the object, I guess, as I adjust the power here. So it's at 5 at the moment, which is kind of realistic. Now let's just look what happens when I change it to 1. Yep. So you'll see how the edges become much more transparent. And now watch as I change it to 10. And the edges become much more reflective. It's almost like our refraction is quite high again. Now I'll change it back to 5. There we are. Now we might look at the chromatic dispersion. So chromatic dispersion creates those like kind of subtle like rainbow effects you see in prisms. It's particularly noticeable when I set the rate of refraction back down to 1. But anyways, at the moment we can see we have it started at like 0.002. This is like really subtle, so we can see what happens when I turn it off. You would have noticed there was a little rainbow effect. There was a rainbow effect towards the top of it. Now you can't really see it. Like look, I'll turn off the refraction. Yeah, so there you go. You see, there's no real rainbow effect anymore. But if I bring the chromatic dispersion up to 0.1, let's say, so fairly high, yeah, you can see all those kind of rainbow effects. So yeah, we'll bring this back down to 0.02. Just to tell you about the environment mapping and movement, I guess I'm just rotating this kind of donut, this SD torus here, just along like in the x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis, rotating it at different speeds along each axis. And it's a nice, slow, smoothish movement. And yeah, just standard background. I think it's from like the OpenGL sky map is where I got it from. Anyways, to conclude, as you can see, the combination of these effects, the refraction, reflection, Fresnel, chromatic dispersion, along with proper environment mapping, creates a pretty convincing glass-like material. And we can adjust these in real time using the ShaderToy extension, which I really like working with. Thanks for watching.